Valentine's Day is meant to be a celebration of love, but in 1985 it became a day of profound tragedy for one family in Arlington, Texas. On that morning, a maintenance worker made a devastating discovery that would launch a nearly 4-decade search for justice. The brutal murder of 22-year-old college student Terri McAdams would remain unsolved until a groundbreaking investigative technique finally revealed the truth in 2024. Terri McAdams was full of promise and possibility. A student at the University of Texas at Arlington, she had recently moved from Arkansas to begin a new chapter of her life with her fiancé. Those who knew her describe a young woman who was beautiful inside and out, sweet, fun, and feisty. As her sister Karen would later say, to know her was to love her. Like many college students, Terri was still exploring her path, uncertain of her exact career direction, but full of potential. She was the beloved older sister to Karen and Pamela, a daughter, a friend, and a bride-to-be. No one could have predicted that her story would become one of Arlington's most enduring mysteries. On February 14th, 1985, while Terri's fiancé was out of town, an intruder entered her ground-floor apartment on West Division Street through a sliding door. The attack that followed was savage and brutal. Terri was beaten and sexually assaulted. Her engagement ring was stolen. Outside the apartment, investigators found a distinctive shoe print in the dirt, a silent witness to the horror that had unfolded inside. When the maintenance worker discovered Terri's body that morning, it set in motion an investigation that would span nearly 4 decades. The brutal nature of the crime shocked the Arlington community and left Terri's family desperate for answers. Arlington police launched an extensive investigation. They methodically collected and preserved crucial evidence: a sexual assault kit, fingernail clippings, a cigarette butt found in the apartment, notable because neither Terri nor her fiancé smoked, and the distinctive shoe print from outside. Investigators quickly cleared Terri's fiancé, who was out of town. They questioned dozens of potential suspects, including a local registered sex offender named Bernard Sharp. They alerted pawn shops about the stolen engagement ring, but despite thousands of leads, the case gradually went cold. For Terri's family, the passing years brought an almost unbearable weight of uncertainty. Her parents passed away never knowing who had taken their daughter's life. Her sisters, Karen and Pamela, slowly came to accept that they might never know the truth. After so many long years, Karen Hopper would later say, we had come to grips to accept that we would probably never know who murdered our sister. In January 2024, Arlington Police Detective Devon Coffer took on the cold case. Previous DNA testing in 2021 had developed a profile of the unknown suspect, but searches through CODIS, the national DNA database, yielded no matches. In a crucial decision, the department reached out to the FBI Dallas field office in August 2023 for help with an emerging investigative technique, investigative genetic genealogy, or IgG. This sophisticated approach combines unidentified crime scene DNA with genealogical research and historical public records to identify potential suspects through their family connections. And the investigation led to an out-of-state relative of the suspect who agreed to provide a DNA sample. When the University of North Texas Health Science Center's Center for Human Identification processed the results, they confirmed what investigators had long suspected: Bernard Sharp, the registered sex offender questioned in 1985, was Terri's killer. But the resolution brought a tragic twist. Sharp would never face justice in a courtroom. In November 1985, just 9 months after Terri's murder, he had killed his wife and her friend before taking his own life. On August 14, 2024, Terri's family gathered at the Arlington Police Department for an announcement that would bring both closure and renewed grief. Karen Hopper, joined by her sister Pamela, their stepmother Carol Ann McAdams, and brother-in-law Brad Hopper, stood before the cameras as police revealed the truth they had waited 39 years to hear. The case marked the first time Arlington police had solved a cold case using genetic genealogy, opening new possibilities for other unsolved crimes. As FBI Special Agent Chad Yarbrough noted, the technique had already helped solve nearly a dozen cases in the Dallas-Fort Worth area in just the previous year and a half. Terri McAdams' case reminds us that justice, while sometimes delayed, can still be served. For her family, the resolution brings a measure of peace, even if it can't erase the pain of their loss. As Karen Hopper said that day, we hope our story is going to provide that same level of hope to other families still waiting for answers. The breakthrough proves that no case is truly unsolved as long as someone keeps looking for the truth. Modern science, combined with dedicated investigators and the willingness of the public to help, can shed light on even decades-old mysteries. If you want to help solve cases like Terri's, consider submitting your DNA to services that cooperate with law enforcement. As the FBI notes, these familial connections can be crucial in generating new leads for unsolved crimes. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more true crime investigations and share your thoughts in the comments below. Together, we can help keep the memories of victims alive and support the ongoing pursuit of justice.